If your sales team is spending 60% of their time calling leads who will never buy, while qualified prospects sit waiting for a callback, you're bleeding revenue every single day. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how small businesses are using AI to automatically qualify leads in under 2 minutes. So your sales team only talks to people who are actually ready to purchase. Most small business owners think more leads always means more sales. But here's what actually happens. Your marketing generates 200 leads per month. Your sales team has time to call maybe 80 of them. So they start at the top of the list and work their way down. The problem is that list isn't sorted by purchase intent. It's just sorted by when people filled out a form. Half of those leads are students doing research. A quarter are competitors checking your pricing. Maybe 15% are people who might buy someday, but have no budget right now. Your salesperson spends 3 hours calling through 20 leads before they reach someone actually interested in buying. By that time, the serious prospect from yesterday has already gone with a competitor who called them back faster. This creates a brutal cost problem. If you're paying a salesperson $60,000 per year, and they're wasting 60% of their time on unqualified leads, you're spending $36,000 annually on calls that generate zero revenue. And you're losing deals you should have won because your team is too busy with bad leads to respond quickly to good ones. AI lead qualification solves this by evaluating every lead the moment it comes in, scoring it based on actual buying signals, and routing qualified prospects directly to your sales team while filtering out tire kickers automatically. Here's how it works in practical terms. When someone fills out a contact form or requests information, the AI immediately analyzes multiple data points. What did they ask about? What's their company size? What industry are they in? Did they visit your pricing page? How long did they spend on your website? It compares this information against patterns from your past customers. The AI learns that companies with 10 to 50 employees in certain industries who visited your pricing page 3 times are 12 times more likely to buy than someone who just downloaded a free guide. Within seconds, it assigns a qualification score. High-score leads get routed immediately to sales with a complete brief. Medium-score leads go into a nurture sequence. Low-score leads get helpful resources, but don't waste your team's time. Your salespeople now spend 80% of their time talking to qualified prospects instead of 40%. Let me show you a real example from a software company I worked with last year. They were getting about 300 form submissions monthly. Their 2 salespeople were spending entire days making discovery calls, only to find out the lead had no budget, no authority to purchase, or was just collecting information for a school project. Their close rate was 3%, because they were calling everyone who showed any interest. We implemented an AI qualification system that asked 3 additional questions on the form: company size, timeline for implementation, and current solution. The AI then checked the lead's email domain to verify it was a real business, looked at their website activity history, and scored them instantly. Leads scoring above 70 got a call within 2 hours. Leads scoring 40 to 69 received an automated email sequence with case studies and an option to book a demo when ready. Leads below 40 got access to free resources, but no sales follow-up. Within the first month, the sales team's actual talk time with qualified prospects doubled. Instead of making 80 calls to get 10 conversations with interested buyers, they made 35 calls and had 28 conversations with serious prospects. Their close rate jumped from 3% to 11%. Same salespeople, same product, same pricing. The only difference was they stopped wasting time on people who were never going to buy. The financial impact was immediate. They closed 4 additional deals that first month, worth $48,000 in new revenue, because their team could respond faster to qualified leads. Here's another example from a service business with a different challenge. They offered 3 service tiers at very different price points. Basic service at $500 per month Professional at $2,000, and Enterprise at $8,000. Every lead got routed to the same sales process regardless of which service they actually needed. This created two problems. Small leads took just as much time to close as large ones, and salespeople often pitched the wrong service level because they didn't know the lead's budget or needs until 15 minutes into the call. We built an AI system that analyzed the lead's form responses, company size, and industry to predict which tier they needed. It then customized the entire follow-up based on that prediction. Someone identified as a basic tier prospect got an automated email with simple pricing, a comparison chart, and a link to purchase directly or book a 15-minute call. Professional tier prospects received a personalized video walkthrough and a calendar link for a 30-minute consultation. Enterprise leads got assigned immediately to the senior salesperson with a detailed brief on the company. The results were significant. Their sales cycle for basic tier customers dropped from 2 weeks to 3 days because most purchased directly through the automated flow. Professional tier close rates improved because the initial conversation was properly scoped, and enterprise deals moved faster because the senior rep had context before the first call. Overall, they reduced their cost per acquisition by 40%, while increasing monthly contract value by 22%. When you implement AI lead qualification properly, 4 things change in your business. First, your sales team's productivity increases dramatically. Instead of spending 6 hours daily on unqualified calls, they spend 6 hours talking to people who have budget, authority, need, and timeline. Most businesses see sales productivity improve by 50 to 80% within 60 days. Second, your response time for good leads drops from hours to minutes. When your system knows immediately which leads matter, your team can prioritize correctly. Faster response time directly correlates with higher close rates. Responding in 5 minutes instead of 5 hours can double your conversion rate. Third, your cost per customer acquisition falls. If you're currently spending $400 in sales time to acquire a customer, and AI qualification cuts wasted effort in half, your acquisition cost drops to $200. That goes straight to your profit margin. Fourth, your customer experience improves. Qualified leads get immediate attention and relevant information. Unqualified leads still get helpful content, but aren't pressured by sales calls they don't want. Everyone has a better interaction with your business. I've seen businesses reduce their sales headcount needs by 30% while growing revenue by 40%, simply by ensuring the team they have focuses exclusively on qualified opportunities. Most small business owners think the solution to flat sales is hiring more salespeople, but adding headcount doesn't fix the fundamental problem. If your leads aren't qualified, more salespeople just means more people wasting time on bad prospects. AI qualification fixes the problem at the source. It ensures every lead is evaluated immediately, scored accurately, and routed appropriately based on their actual likelihood to purchase. Your sales team transforms from order takers making 100 calls to close 3 deals into consultants making 30 calls to close 10 deals. You don't need expensive enterprise software to do this. You don't need a data science team. You just need to identify what makes a lead qualified in your business and build a system that checks for those signals automatically. The businesses that implement this well don't just close more deals. They build more predictable revenue, reduce customer acquisition costs, and create sales teams that actually enjoy their work because they're talking to serious buyers. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe to the channel. I share practical AI automation strategies for small business owners every week, with real examples and clear implementation steps. Thanks for watching.